Hello, it is Sarah Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon in Pisces. This is April 5th through early in the morning on April 7th. This is the last lunation, sign that the moon will be in before the solar eclipse on the 8th. And so the moon is going to now move into the balsamic or darkening moon phase in Pisces. This is likely to be some extremely heavy energy. It's in a water sign. The moon is water. It will cross paths with Mars, Saturn, Venus, Neptune. Venus is in Aries, my bad. I feel like this is going to be very heavy. And it's going to be a moment where surrender to, if you're feeling fatigued, lethargic, dehydrated, very much care for yourself, very much have boundaries, very much have your armor up so that you're not letting excess energy or dark energy in. Be aware of yourself, your surroundings, people you're around, how they're talking to you, all of that. We, of course, have Venus, the North Node, Mercury in retrograde, and Chiron in Aries. And so we've got that energy of potential erratic behavior. And, be careful, be conscious, be cautious and conscious. I don't know. I just feel like this could be like an accident prone time. So be careful and aware of that. Take good care of yourself, stay hydrated. I would very much say avoid substances if you can. Stay sober if you can. I don't know. I ever since I looked at this, this balsamic moon headed into this eclipse, this has felt like a very heavy moon. This feels like some very heavy energy. Because we are heading into not only the eclipse on the 18th, but then we have the Mars-Saturn conjunction on the 10th. And so this is the last, it's like, it's not the calm before the storm. I don't feel that. It feels heavy. Like perhaps like you've done what you can to prepare. And now you kind of just have to surrender and wait it out. I don't feel like there's much need to like be afraid. It's mostly just really being attentive to yourself, your needs, what you need, what anyone around you may need, how you can be supportive, even if it's just holding space for somebody if they're processing something. But Pisces is dreamy, so there could be some daydreaming going on. This might be one of those moons that if you're very sensitive to energy, that you could be just like knocked out and in bed. Like fatigued, like so fatigued that you're exhausted or wore out. And, this whole year, 2024, it's not for the faint of heart, right? It's that year where, it's like that weed out class in college that, you can't, I don't want to say if you can't hack it, but like it's not for the faint. This whole year is not. And I have it that if you're listening to me, you're probably ready. But also like, and don't take it as like a sign of weakness if you are tired or dehydrated or need an extra day of self-care. This moon is the 5th through the 7th, so it is a weekend. And so, don't exert energy if you don't have to. Don't be around energy vampires if you don't need to be. If you don't need to be around negativity, don't be around it, right? Feel into what you are up to in your lane, in your life, in your situation, and feel into that. And if there are people around you who are not supportive of that, like, you know, maybe it's a time to like be, you know, conscious or cautious, like I said, of who you're around. So anyway, it just feels very heavy to me. With it passing Mars in Pisces. Mars is not very strong in Pisces, Saturn, and then Moon Neptune. And we're also in a darkening, you know, balsamic moon phase. It feels like it could be very heavy. And again, I'm recording this on the 27th of March, so we have no idea what's going to be going on and, you know, in the world by then. But I will say, no matter what's going on, you know, be with how you feel about it, but don't let it be the reason that you derail yourself from your work, from your mission, from your purpose, right? Don't let it derail you. You know, that's what a lot of this is pulling on the emotional heartstrings, to get you to do it, to get you to be manipulated, to get you to do what they want. They're going to pull on the heartstrings. Oh, we need to do this for this and these people, and you know, we need to go and support them and blah blah blah. And I'm not saying don't send them like good vibes and stuff, because definitely do that. I'm not out to hurt people, but what I'm saying is don't get like completely derailed by whatever is happening, right? Don't get, you know, don't get knocked off of your game, but also care for yourself. And if that means turning off the news, turn off the news. If that means going and watching a stupid comedy, rom-com, whatever, reading a good book, stay connected to water, drink lots of water, you know, also stay grounded and connected to earth, connected to your body, and how you're feeling. If you are feeling particularly anxious about what's going on, check in with that. Get support if you need it. Therapist, coach, astrologer, however that rolls for you, get that. So let's see what's up with the tarot. Kind of all I have to say about it. I don't have that much to say about it. Oh, look at that. It's the Page of Starships upright. This is Lao, Data's offspring. I did a Admiral Sarah Chronicles about this episode and like the like transhumanism and humans versus machines. So maybe there's going to be some AI stuff that comes up. But what this is like her emotions were so overwhelming that it caused her to malfunction. And so you know, it's all about that emotional expression and being with your emotions. If you're feeling a type of way, like having and expressing your emotions in a safe environment might be important right now, right? Maybe somebody, you know, maybe somebody else made an Aries erratic decision and you're completely just devastated by it. And it's creating like an emotional response. It's completely fine. I completely get it. Like, I'm not judging or criticizing, but it may be like the emotions are just overwhelming and you don't know how to be with them. Again, get support where you need it, whether that is a therapist or a coach or, you know, your closest people or whatever, but, you know, have that somebody to hold you through it, even if it's holding space for you. You know, we'd all love like physical affection, but that's not always possible. I get that. But if somebody can at least hold space for you, even if you need to like just be on the phone crying, somebody's going to hold space for you to do that. So, but yeah, I feel like what this page of starships, Page of Cups in traditional tarot is about is allowing your emotions, being open to your emotions, and, you know, finding a way to express them. You know, if you need to be supported, or maybe you can support yourself depending on your where you're at. So let's see what's up with the Woodland Warriors. I kind of like that because it's kind of the reminder of like being with the emotions. You know, that emotions can be overwhelming. Like, you know, like I said, maybe somebody pulled an Aries erratic decision on you and you're just completely overwhelmed. by it, devastated by it. Or, something crazy happens with the powers that be, and we're all like, what the actual fuck? I feel like that could happen, but that happens all the time, in my opinion. So, anywho, let's see what's up with the critters and the plants. Okay, the butterfly and the snowdrop. And it's hope. Okay, I love this because the butterfly, before it becomes a butterfly, it's a caterpillar that cocoons, and as it's in the cocoon, it's it sheds its outer skin down to its structure, down to its bone structure, right? Or whatever. I don't know. Do they have a bone structure? But you know what I mean? Like, it sheds down to its barest self and vulnerability and all of that. And as we are approaching this eclipse, which will be conjunct Chiron in Aries, like, we're all kind of peeling back some pretty intense layers of healing. But remember that the butterfly is gorgeous when it comes out the other side, and it requires patience to move through the layers of healing and the vulnerability and whatnot, right? So your skin may feel like it's crawling, and you may feel the ick of what's coming through. However, just remember that on the other side, there's this beautiful being that is you, in a whole new, beautiful, sparkly, colorful version that's going to fly, right? Caterpillars crawl and butterflies fly, right? So, you're going to get to see the world from the higher perspective of the butterfly, because you're going to be able to fly, versus the caterpillar that was just on the ground. Does that make sense? That's pretty good, actually. I kind of like that. So be with your emotions, be with the vulnerability, and know that it's a part of the process, right? Maybe you're grieving something. Like, I know a lot of people have been going through a lot of relationship changes and relationship loss and, whatnot. And so that may be creating some vulnerability, and it's all good. You're going to come out the other side, the soaring butterfly. And in the oils, eucalyptus expands the sense of freedom. Well, damn. So there's a process here, even in the cards, right? Expands the sense of freedom. Your freedom comes from your metamorphosis, your transformation. Your transformation starts when you are emotionally aware and express your emotions, and it starts out as being like emotionally overwhelming, and it causes you to malfunction. But then you come into this metamorphosis, and you're mutating, and you're changing into something more, changing into a whole new being. And then you expand your freedom with the eucalyptus. I fucking love this. Damn. Well, it's pretty cool. I think that's what, that's what this is. That's why I've said, like, hold off, because Christmas is coming, but you don't even know who you're going to be. Maybe you're not even going to give a shit about a projector TV on the other side, because you're going to go live in your van, or you're going to be a nomad, or you're going to relocate, or, like you got like the job offer making $50,000 a year, but then like you wait till Christmas and you get a job making $200,000 a year, right? Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I love that so much, because when we allow the layers of emotional healing to peel away, right? It's like I say in coaching all the time, like, yes, you peel the layers away, and sometimes those same, traumas, those same woundings reappear, but you're at a different level to experience them. And so what you may have heard from a coach, from a book, a month ago may sound completely different today, right? You got a piece of advice and you're like, what the fuck? I don't understand. And then today you hear that same piece of advice and it's like, ping, I get it now. Okay, cool. That's how we up level, right? And then you're able to take action in a whole new direction that you didn't even see coming. Okay, hang on tight. This is intense and it's going to, it's gonna I mean, we're what, April 5th through the 7th? Like, just wait. Good things are coming. And those who are continuing to do this in-depth work, good things are coming. And that does not to say that if you're not doing healing work, that good things are not coming for you. It just means that your progress might be a bit slower. Whatever. And some people take on the work by themselves, and that's okay too, right? I just highly recommend being supported through it and, having worked with clients and worked with coaches myself, like there's a lot of it that, yes, I can do myself at this point because I've built my toolkit, but there's still a lot for me to go back to coaches and, maintain and reset and, relook at something to see how I can move through it, the process differently or from that up-leveled space because I couldn't hear it before. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's this moon in Pisces. And thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, check out the Aries new moon, solar eclipse, sun and rising signs that should be posted by now. And I will be back for the next Moon Astrology Tarot. Of course, if you're in visibility of the eclipse, enjoy it on the 8th and or be prepared for it on the 8th, I suppose. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of pumped, so I can't lie. Okay, I'll talk to you next time.